April is here, and that means it's time for another exciting edition of Gear Up with PEG. What's going on, everybody? Ryan here, Jeffrey there, talking about a big upgrade to one of our cameras we have here, the Canon 5D. Jeffrey, what's going on with it?
Yeah, well, it's rare that we do a Gear Up segment about a particular firmware upgrade or new feature addition, but this is kind of big enough that we felt it was worth talking about. Basically, a new firmware update has now allowed this particular camera to now do future recording. You know, cameras used to be able to do, and still can, of course, do past recordings. You know, for instance, if you were shooting a hockey game, you could constantly shoot the puck moving around and just basically press the record button. Once you see a highlight happen, you just get the last 5 seconds, and then when you're done with the shoot, you have a bunch of highlights. Instead of having 2 hours of footage to sort through, you have more just 55-second clips, and that way you don't have to worry about weeding out what's good and what's bad. It just records the last 5 seconds after you press the button. This is kind of the same thing, but basically you get the next anywhere between 5 and 30 seconds into the future. So it's just kind of like a different time shift.
It's pretty impressive, and I see the camera got a bit of an aesthetic upgrade as well.
Yeah, and that was more of an internal tweak, more like an in-house thing than Amanda did, but I think it definitely makes it feel like it goes to the next level along with the features.
It's very nice. So show us how it actually works on the camera.
Right. So it's actually not too hard to, set the whole thing up. Basically, I already have it set up into the correct mode. This is shooting anywhere between 5 and 30 seconds into the future. Basically, you just hit the button, and, as you kind of see, basically, I'm just going to have Andrew walk through here, and he's going to walk through with the... Oh. Well...
Is he okay?
It's kind of hard to tell from this angle, but it is a good example of kind of how it all works. See, because... Well, I mean, this is a good example of how, you could...
Hey, Andrew, oh my.
My leg.
So it's kind of a feature that it definitely has its niche purposes, but it might have an important use.
I can see the bone.
It might have an important use on your next shoot. So it's really important we have it in our gear bag, and I can't wait for you guys to see it on your next shoot.
What that's gonna be. What? What are you bad things happening?